No,
Just said we need. Just to be heard, she's gotta get on that and get us something, or we can't act on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, you've reached Wendy, and sorry I can't talk right now. You can leave a message, but better yet, send me a text. As voicemail seems to take a few days to get to me. Bye.
Hi, this is Marla. I'm working on the Calais reappraisal. I'm calling for your grievance hearing. Today is Tuesday, the 29th at 9:15. I will try you back in a few minutes. Thank you. Bye.
Morning, is this Marla?
Nope, I'll get Marla for you. This is James. I'm one of the appraisers working on the Calais reappraisal. There's Marla.
Hi, this is Marla.
Hi, Marla, this is Wendy Soliday and Greg McDonald.
Hi.
Morning.
Hi, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Mr. Phone, we were right here, but the phone didn't ring.
That's okay. So we were calling for your grievance hearing, okay?
Okay,
And I'm
our
here,
paperwork,
I'm here in Calais
She
with
said,
the,
what's that for?
what?
She said, what's that for?
The grievance hearing?
yes,
Okay,
So
so.
she said, did you get our paperwork?
Oh, okay, I'm
I
sorry.
did not get the paperwork. That was my other question for you. If you email it to my email, I should be able to get that for them. Did you email it to me, Wendy?
I emailed it to yesterday, yes,
Okay, and you sent it to the callus2026@nimerick.com email?
Yes.
Okay.
yes,
All right, I just turned my computer on. I will look for that.
okay.
But while I'm doing,
Email,
while I'm doing that, I wanted to let you both know that I'm here in Calais with the 3 Calais listers. And I'm also here with James. He represents Nimerick, the company that did the reappraisal. And while I'm looking for that email, I will let you talk with them, okay?
okay,
All right, thank you.
And
thank you.
one more thing is just that all these hearings are being recorded, so we're recording this phone conversation today, okay?
Okay.
Okay, well, we're gonna let you get going first. We're pressed for time, so we don't wanna take up your time. We'll let you point out, anything you wanted to bring to our attention that isn't gonna be in your written appeal.
Okay, this is Greg. Have you been to the site or just the map?
I'm looking at map.
I've been there.
Okay,
Yep, one of the listers has been there.
okay, good, good. Well, the reason we thought that the appraisal value was high were, the place is very, very difficult to build on. As there's about a 3/8 of a mile ancient road that is no longer passable by a motorized vehicle, that is on, somebody else's land and then goes into our land. It is cut into a steep hillside and has deteriorated with trees and growth and, just kind of somewhat collapsed, but you can't drive in there anymore. So we can't get septic trucks in there. We can't get, can't get construction equipment. And so that makes it extremely expensive to build on it. And I think it really decreases the value of the land. The land itself is extremely steep, as you may have seen, and there's just probably one relatively flat spot that is quite far away.
No power.
The place has no power, no well or spring. As I mentioned, septic's going to be really difficult, and that we don't have a wastewater permit on it. We have tried to sell this land, and it's been unsuccessful. We listed it with Heaney Realtors 4 years ago for $85,000, and it could not sell. It did not sell.
Okay.
We offered it to some neighbors who I have adjacent land up on what's that road? On Valentine Road. On Valentine Road, and offered to for $65,000. They actually called us about it, but then when they looked at it, they decided not. It's just too difficult to do anything with. The other thing is the pond. I don't know if the person I don't know whose voice that was, but whoever went there, the pond is only a foot deep there. The whole back bay there, except where, the end, that comes out of, the main lake is only about a foot deep. There's no swimming there, and it's muddy going down to it. You cannot get a boat in there except a kayak in the whole big bay, except for that one little place where it comes from the main lake to the exit, stream. So it's, even though it has quite a bit of land, the land is really unusable. You can't even walk up. It's too steep to walk up, as you might have seen. It's wet in there, and it's not like 6 acres of nice land at all. And same thing with the shoreline. So I know it's got a lot of acreage and shore frontage. The shore frontage is really unusable. And
actually a problem since there are all these lake shore regulations.
Yeah.
For maintaining the road.
Yeah. So it just is not like another property would have 6 acres and a bunch of, I don't know how many feet we have, 400 feet.
We compared it to some other properties, and one of them's on Adamant Pond. And it's a similar size. I think I don't know if you've gotten their information, but it's a similar size. It's,
Yeah, I have it in front of me, Marla brought it to me.
okay. And it's swampy, it's a similar land, and that's only appraised at 23,000 now, which just seemed like a big jump to get to ours. Especially since we haven't been able to sell it for 89, for that kind of money.
Right.
And so we're not quite sure what to do with it, because it costs a lot in taxes for.
Already.
Yeah, I mean, we actually should have appealed it years ago, but
Right.
we didn't get around to it.
So, and you guys.
So I think.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I think, you have the other comparables there.
Right.
Which, include houses and things, but they're,
Yeah.
like Nadine Martin, which is, a neighbor of ours there. It's, she has a little more property and she has a lower grade, but she's got a big house on.
Right.
She's not on the lake. She's not on your side of the lake. She owns the land
think-
here. She
She
lives
owns
across the lake from you.
Okay, well, she lives on Barnet Road.
No, she doesn't live across the lake from us.
She doesn't live on Barnett Road. The property that she owns on Barnett Road, she's not gonna develop. McIntyre owns the property next to you and Ann Martin.
Right.
Yeah, and up the hill, I thought that was the Martin's house.
That's Ann Martin.
That's
Oh, Ann Martin, oh,
Ann Martin.
Okay,
not Nadine
sorry.
Martin.
yeah. And of course, the other side of the lake, she's in that back bay where we are.
Yes,
The other side of the lake, there's several cottages and they have nice water. You can swim there.
actually, everybody goes across and swims on the point. I live on the other side.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but you can't swim on the water, which I think drastically reduces the value. I mean, I know you can go somewhere else and swim,
Yeah.
but you can do if you don't have frontage too.
It's more the issue that it's not really a buildable site for real life.
If
It's
people,
prohibitively
yeah,
expensive.
if people don't really want it, because there's so much that has to be done, include building a road.
Right. So the big issue is the topography and the quality of the lake frontage, lake access.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I would say that the topography is very difficult and the lake frontage is not quality.
Yeah. Okay. All right, good. I mean, you guys have any questions?
Yeah, you have legal access?
We do have legal access. We have a right of way across, the neighbor's land,
McIntyre's land.
McIntyre's land, yeah.
And we have a legal access along that path that goes to our property. It's about 3 miles.
Yeah.
But it's not really, we can't do a lot of work on it because it's shoreline and there are all sorts of restrictions. So getting a truck down would be impossible. And I understand they want to protect the shoreline, we're all in favor of that, but it makes the building there difficult. Or getting power or getting anything into there.
Yeah, and I guess the third other important issue is that we have failed to be able to sell it for what I thought was a pretty reasonable asking price based on the prior appraisal.
Assessment.
Assessment, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be trying to hit. So, I mean, let us look into all of this. any adjustments made, well, one way or the other, you guys are gonna get notified through the mail from the town,
Okay,
within about a week or so. And if the value, ends up being what you're thinking is fair for today's market, then you're good. And if not, there'll be an explanation as how to get back in touch,
okay.
okay?
Well, we appreciate your time.
Well,
Yeah, thanks.
Listen to us.
well, no, we're glad that you called. We wanna make sure all this stuff is
Okay.
right.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
I start recording. There you go.
So you want us to read the letter?
No, is there anything that you wanted to point out? That's
Well,
extra or?
we don't understand the rationale because ours increased 18.76 times, which would make it $162,000 an acre. And it's a 0.3 acre parcel, and we compared all the other things in the book, and there's nobody's who increased that much.
Right.
And there's something crazy about it,
Something
because it's a
happened,
little
right.
tiny piece of property that's a buffer zone to the sand pit that's being undermining the whole thing. There's nothing on it. It protects the people's cards, and we don't understand what possible rationale there is to have the most expensive acreage in East Calais or probably Vermont.
The sand pit's gonna make it difficult to, sell that property.
Well, yeah.
The sand pit has increased the noise all along the lake. and
Well, the noise and the undermining, it's
Yeah.
gonna fall down. Our property's gonna
It's
fall
already
down.
falling down.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're almost to rock, these are fall.
And now they're in, Emerald Paraso's land in front,
They're gonna go.
they're gonna go right through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I
Goodness.
mean, I guess there's nothing we can do
It's no
to
good, is
stop
it?
it, and we're gonna,
Something
It's
happened there.
Bad use, you can't stop it.
can we follow the trucks? Cause I don't believe it. Sorry.
We think it's a
It's
great
recorded.
gravel operation.
Cause it doesn't look like.
I live on the other side of that operation, and when I moved there 27 years ago, I couldn't hear Route 14.
Yeah.
Now I can hear the track. They've taken down all the trees there and they destroyed everything. And they did the same thing in Plainfield, so
This company.
it's Fairmont Farms, they use the sand for cattle bedding.
They really do.
Yeah, they really
Okay,
do.
that's good to know.
Cause I thought it was the only farm in New England that had its own gravel pit.
No, you're not the only ones, there are
Oh.
other farms that do
We
that.
learned something, that's
And
good.
they've got other sand pits in the area.
They do.
One in East Montpelier.
They're in East Montpelier, and they'll continue to pull stuff out of there, until they run out of room. And by that time, I don't know who's gonna be able to use that little piece of land. It's just destroyed.
So the cows are just a front. The real money's in the sand.
Oh, see?
Oh.
Yeah, this was just coded wrong. This was a mistake in here.
Absolutely, that's what I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
No, they'll say it's a mistake, is it?
No.
We'll buy your donuts except
No.
it's illegal.
Oh,
Closer.
yeah,
Yeah, it'll be somewhere around there, give or take a few bucks, but
okay.
yeah, I don't know exactly that, because I'm gonna make sure everything's good and documented. But yeah, no, sorry, I hope you didn't get lose some sleep over that. Alright, you might have looked at that number and we're like, holy,
$162,000.
no, it wasn't coded right.
Okay.
And the guy that you gave me, you're right, it's more in line with his,
Yeah,
right,
Yeah.
a little bit less.
that's a piece right in.
But we wouldn't have come here and had any laughs had this not happened.
I know, pretty cool to see you.
It's for the cows, I feel like that's helpful.
Yeah, this was the other guy, Murphy,
Yeah,
his little spot out there,
yeah,
yours is pretty much right out there too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're good.
right along the ridge.
No, we'll fix it and they'll send you a letter in the mail. We'll move on.
Fabulous. Fabulous. So
Sorry.
we can bring donuts or? we can't?
Anytime.
Did you see our nice pictures?
Oh, Come on.
Think of all that work you did making pictures and all it was just a mistake.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, that's why I'm saying, sorry you had to go through all that. I wish.
Well, I
could've just
lived in
talked to you
Montpelier.
for 5 minutes only, fixed it like that.
When I lived in Montpelier, I had a little house and it had an 8-foot dormer and my appraisal came in with an 800-foot dormer, which was larger than the house was by 3 times. So,
Mistakes were made.
yeah,
This
mistakes
is the
made.
biggest dormer in the city.
It is. Yeah,
Well, thank you
yeah,
guys.
no, thanks for bringing it to our attention.
Quite a relief.